Sorry, you changed. Have a seat right there.
Right here?
Yep.
Court does call the case of the people versus Marcus Murray.
Good afternoon.
On behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Parenting on behalf of Mr. Murray. Mr. Murray, can you state your name for the record, please?
Excuse me, Marcus Murray.
Okay. What are we doing on this case?
Your Honor, today was the date scheduled for a pretrial on this matter. Mr. Murray was picked up on a bond violation on Friday. I believe the complaining witness in this matter is present and she would like to speak to the court regarding the bond conditions that are in place.
And Your Honor, I don't believe that that's appropriate at this time, given the bond violation reports that Ms. Weidling sent over to us for today's hearing.
That's on, I'll get my date on September 8th.
Good
Hang on, let me
afternoon,
just-
Your Honor.
Hold
Ms.
on,
D,
ma'am.
please do not speak until the judge lets you.
I'll let you do this.
I see that. Counsel, before I hear from anybody regarding anything, as to the bond violation,
Your Honor, Mr. Murray admits he had contact with Ms. G on Friday.
so he's admitting to the violation.
Yes.
What reason? Your Honor, I apologize, but it was a major situation for me to do what I did. Actually, I don't know if you were told or not, we have a child that's in foster care. I went and I actually went with Miss G to actually get inpatient, to get her meds straight, get that situated, then turned over to clothing and everything that the actual foster care parents have wanted her to bring to the facility. And that's why I was there. And when I was loading her car up, they said that I was actually breaking in the car, which it turned out that I wasn't. And that's where, I admitted to the officer with the situation. I am not a threat. I am not a menace to society. Actually, a lot of people depend on me and my livelihood. And if I can say one more thing, on Thursdays is my visitation with our 8-month-old daughter. And the reason why it was a panic situation is because our daughter caught hand, foot, and mouth disease in foster care. And so I had to straighten a lot of things out.
Right. Well, I don't have any information regarding what you're indicating now to the court, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say is this. You were arraigned on August 10th, and the conditions were very clear, and you
Well,
could
they
not have contact with. Well,
Yeah, but they
hold on.
told me.
Mr. Murray, do not interrupt the judge, okay?
Okay, my apologies.
And you were not to have contact. Were there something that could have arisen or did arise, then that's when you need to get in contact with your attorney or somehow or another try to figure out how this could be, because it's a clear violation.
Okay, can I say one thing? I actually was speaking to counsel, and then for some strange reason, our phone was actually disconnected when I was actually in Target to tell her all this. And then I actually sent a text message saying that it was very important for her to call me back. For the record, that's what happened.
Yeah, but okay, that's fine. And let's assume that's the case. You have to try to do something before the contact occurs.
Oh, well, I wasn't aware of that. All I know is it was an emergency situation for me to take her to Beaumont intake, and also to take the things that was actually the facility. Other than that, I would have been keeping my distance until we could situate the whole situation.
Well, again, you can tell me all of this, but I don't have any of that information. And if you were in a position that you could have gotten that to your attorney, then fine, then maybe this becomes a different circumstance. I'll give you the opportunity to provide that information to me.
Okay,
But so I'll set the sentencing on the violation for September 18, 2023 at 12 noon. At this point, however, the bond will continue as denied with no bond. Because all I've got is contact and you were clearly not to be in contact. I will then set a pretrial for that same date at the same time.
so I'm trying to understand, because this is all new to me. I'm trying to understand it clearly.
What don't you understand?
Okay, I know I'm in violation of the no contact with me taking her to the actual hospital and do what I did, but I can get proof of that. But I'm saying, what you saying, you're denying the bond?
I'm leaving the bond there's no bond at this point because all I have before me right now is a violation.
Okay, so what do I need to do?
Mr. Murray,
You
I'll be
need
in
to
touch with
talk to
you.
your attorney
Okay,
so that they can get whatever information they need to try to get that to the court for the sentencing that I've set for next week.
Your Honor, may I speak?
Ma'am, I don't mind hearing from you, but it's not going to change my position at this point on it.
I can
And I don't
provide
know-
the hospital documentation. If I can provide that, fax it to you, I can provide that.
Well, you might want to provide that then to the prosecutor's office, who can get it over to defense counsel. To
At this
explain this-
point, we have a daughter in foster care, and I have no family support, and I depend on him for support. We have visitation with our 8-month daughter in foster care, and I don't have any family support, so I look up to him.
Ma'am, I understand what you're telling me. All right. I think that Mr. Murray indicated in essence the same thing to me. What I'm telling you, as I told him, I don't have anything in front of me to indicate that what you're telling me occurred on that day.
I have the paperwork in front of me right here.
All right, you can go ahead and keep talking because I'm not going to be interrupted. I'll explain to you where I am on this, but if you're going to interrupt me, I'm done then.
My apology.
So are you finished?
Yes.
So what I'm indicating to you is that all I have in front of me is the report. Rather than sentencing him on the violation, because I could just sentence him on the violation and probably wouldn't like that sentence. I'm giving an opportunity for Mr. Murray to provide the information to the court before I do anything else.
okay,
That's why I set it to next week. Whatever information is out there that you can get to the prosecutor's office, maybe get to, so that they can get it to defense counsel. But if you get it to the prosecutor's office, maybe the prosecutor's office position changes regarding the bond violation.
can I say?
Regardless of the fact, what I indicated to Mr. Murray is that while these certainly I can understand the circumstances may arise, he needs to get to his attorney before this happens to try to prevent this from occurring.
But I was
But
in
right-
a process, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I just want to let you know, this court date that's set today, I was in a process of trying to tend to this court date to not pursue with charges because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not.
Ma'am, that is not up to me at this point in time. These charges are pending. I'm not even gonna go down that path with you at this point. What I've got before me is a bond violation. I'm indicating to you how that may be able to be corrected.
Okay,
So
I understand.
that's the best I can do at this point in time, because I don't have anything in front of me other than that. So I'm giving Mr. Murray the opportunity to get something to the court,
Okay,
and maybe that will change the court's position. You indicate, ma'am, you're in possession of certain things. Get those to the prosecutor's office. Maybe something prior to the 18th can be worked out. I don't know.
How can I get this to them today?
I think have you been in touch with the victim's advocate?
Yes.
Okay. I'd suggest working through the victim's advocate to try to get that information.
And what is it? Just the hospital documentation of the crisis I had over the weekend?
If there was hospital Mr. Murray has given to the court his explanation for why the contact was occurring. Anything that would bear on that, I think should provide to the victim's advocate, as well as that Mr. Murray, to the extent he has access to it, can get it to his counsel.
Like I said, this is rough on me because I depend on him with this whole
Ma'am,
foster care setting.
listen, I'm understanding now. So basically, I'm here until sentencing, until the paperwork is presented before you.
Gee, I said that probably about 10 minutes ago.
Okay,
And maybe if everybody would stop talking and listen to what I'm saying and get the information to counsel, something may be able to be worked out prior to the 18th.
okay.
But
Thank you, Your Honor.
you can talk at me all day. I'm not moving on where I am.
Yes, I
Because I don't
understand.
have anything to move.
Can I speak to my counsel in the breakout room for a second?
Mr. Murray,
is the
I'll come to
last
the jail
year.
and meet with you, okay?
They'll
Okay.
come and see you. I'm done. Bond continued as I just indicated. Thank you.